Are you flipping the rage bait on me?
What is that existence? Responding to chuds. I love doing it.
Let's go with the dog against the dogs.
Alabama.
When I had a choice to pick a co-host.
I know.
Oh, you're betting on the game. Why would you be doing that? Because it's fun. Welcome back to Geek'd Up Sports Betting Podcast. Joe DeLeone, Sean Anderson. Wonderful work, by the way, on the intro.
Oh, thank you.
That came out very good. We've got ourselves a nice little intro. What do you got?
I appreciate you sending me a soulful lo-fi trap beat. Did you
like the option?
Yeah, I did. The other ones, here's the thing. Here's what actually cracked me up. Like, that was the only workable. You sent me four that I could work, 4 beds. And then 3 of the 4 were just like hardcore trap beats, like drill stuff. And I'm like, you know what? No, because we're talking sports betting. We're not trying to get people.
I'm sorry.
Like
I'm trying to
give me something smooth, something easy, just like that. That was nice.
Your boy trying to set a vibe. Sorry,
What
sorry.
kind of vibe is that?
I'm sorry.
We're gonna
Trying to
slide
set the
on
tone.
him, walk him down with the Drake.
Yeah.
No, we're doing no.
We are here to provide you with our favorite bets for the weekend. Joe DeLeone with my co-host Sean Anderson. We are powered by the Sports Geek. Every single week at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we go live on this channel, and we're just talking bets. We're talking about the picks that we love. Come hang with us every single Thursday, and make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button on this video. Sean, today we're going to get into NFL Week 15. We've also got, because there's only one college football game coming up this weekend, we're going to give Army-Navy best bets, as well as projections for the college football playoff. Outside of that, we're going to do, as always, our AI bet of the week. We got to hear from that clown. He was right, but we're going to hear from him. We also have our fraud of the week. We also have our random bet of the week. And, of course, cursed bets coming on up later. Sean, let's start by jumping right on in to the college side of things. We got one great game.
Huge slate.
Well, we got the FCS. There's some FCS lines out there, but we're focusing on Army-Navy. If you're a true American, you'll be sitting on your couch and you'll be watching Army versus Navy this weekend. No matter what anyone asks you to do, you're going to be a true patriot, and you're going to bet money on who's going to win between these two service academies as they crack pads and go at one another for all 4 quarters. Couldn't be more fired up.
You wouldn't dare be at a hockey game. You wouldn't dare be anywhere. What do you say? What?
I'm going to that later. The hockey game's after.
You're going to a hockey game?
I'm going to a hockey game after.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm going to be betting on the against the Rangers too at that hockey game.
I was just trying to tag on to your statement over there, just about sitting on the couch and making sure people are.
I'll be here.
Okay,
I did. Here.
I didn't even question whether or not you would be. Well, jumpy.
So we're not doing our typical betting. I can't believe you did this. I just looked at what you wrote down.
I can't believe you did what you did, by the way.
Normally, when we do our college football picks, we alternate. We try to steal picks from one another.
Mm-hmm.
We can't have the same pick, but because there's one game, we're allowing for the same pick. Somehow, dummy over here wants to go toe-to-toe with me. A quick update on the college standings after last week. We both did ass. We both went 1-2. I'm 8-7, Sean 7-8, so your boy is still leading in the college standings. I'm going to go first.
Sure.
My best bet for the Army-Navy game, I am taking the over on 38.5. Last year, the over hit. It was a high-scoring game. And all the dummies are going to think, oh, it's the service academies. Oh, this game's going to be awfully low scoring. That's Sean Anderson, by the way. But guess what? These teams, they're completely different. I thought it was a pretty good impression.
Of me?
Yeah. These teams are completely different. This is not your grandfather's Army-Navy game where they're running the ball and they're lucky to cross half field and they're running the clock down for 15-minute drives. No. Both of these teams are putting up big numbers, especially this Navy team. Navy has hit the over 7 times this season. All of those instances, you know what number they went over in those spots?
Ooh, probably like 45, maybe 50.
50.
Oh, wow.
50 points. They went over 50 points 7 times this season.
Did they play Army 7 times this season?
They did not.
Oh, okay.
I think that Navy's going to roll Army. I think that they're going to put a lot of points up on the board. And I think that they're going to hit the over on 38.5.
Now, that's a real trendy pick, Joe. It's real trendy. Navy also given up a lot of points this year. For as many points they're scoring, they're giving up a lot. But that's fine. They're playing regular Joes. They're playing civilians. They're playing people like you and me and the listener that aren't serving. When you're playing Army and Navy,
you're making it seem like even though we did play college football, like we would do better than North Texas, or we would do better than Temple, or we would do better. They're playing some pretty good teams that they're going up against.
But this is the Army-Navy game. Mm-hmm. In 17 of the last 19 Army-Navy games, the under is hit. Now, while the over is hit like twice in the last 5 years, who cares? 17 times out of the last 19 games, the under hit. The trendy new age. Now, am I doing an impression? They're just cracking it. They're throwing it way more than you would expect them to. That's happening.
True.
They're going to be running it down the throat because all that matters is who runs the ball better in this game. That's all anybody cares about is who runs better, because the team that runs better wins the game. I'm sure I'm the sheep. No, that was a good sheep. I'll give you that one.
We need a sheep on the soundboard. We got to work on that's one of the things that we want to build out the soundboard. We should get one.
Working me over here. I like the under because I'm smart, and I'm not going to be sitting here on the couch, sitting here like, man, I wish I had taken the over. Oh, what a fool I was. I won't say that. If the over hits, you know what I'll say? Miracle. I'll say, oh, that's divine. That's cosmic.
That's convenient.
Karmic.
That's awfully convenient.
That's exactly what I'd say.
What pure luck for Joe that it hits. You know what's going to happen?
What's going to happen?
You're going to get up in the second quarter to go take your mid-game dump.
That'd
and after 45 minutes, you're going to come back, and it's going to be the end of the third quarter. And you're going to look up at the TV and go, how is this game already at 30 points?
I resent you saying I'm taking a 45-minute dump during the Army-Navy game. That feels unpatriotic. It would be a 10-minute dump and then a 35-minute post-dump nap. And then I'd roll out and check the game. I'm not going to be emerging from the cave, looking at the score and saying, well, wow, it's fireworks. I'm going to come out and it's going to be 13-7 and there's going to be 6 minutes left. And if some craziness happens, so be it. But I'm not going to be a mark on the midway trying to make the Army-Navy over happen. You know how many people try to do that? You know, there's always one funny guy at the Saturday party. It's like, I'm going to take the over, everybody. You're all wrong. You know what's happened to him 17 of the last 19 meetings? He's lost. He's come out looking like a jackass, except for the one time they pushed.
It's a fallacy to believe that past circumstances with teams that aren't this year's teams means that it's going to happen again. It is a fallacy. It's a trend, but it's an incorrect trend that you're following.
I'm going to get you a shirt that says, I hate patterns. That's what I'm going to get you a shirt.
I named the pattern. My trend makes a lot more sense than your trend.
What are you talking about? My trend is trending over 90%.
I pulled information from this year.
It means nothing to me in Army-Navy.
It means everything to me.
It means nothing to me.
All right. Let's start talking about the college football playoff. Sean, college football playoff bracket is set. We're trying to figure out who will win a national championship this year. Who is the smart bet to put out before these games kick off next weekend? Now, we will provide picks for the college football playoff for all of those games. We're going to do all 4 games, picks for all 4 of them on next show. But if we had to pick one team that survives the bracket, who are you going with?
Ohio State, plus 195 odds. They are the favorite. They should be the favorite. They've got the defense. They've got the NFL talent all over the defense. They've got a great offense, best wide receiver, best player in college football, arguably, in Jeremiah Smith, that put up big numbers in versus Indiana, even in a loss. Doesn't faze me, all right? Ohio State takes a loss, doesn't faze me. You know why? Because their idiot rival is going through turmoil right now, and I feel like they're soaking that up as just joy. I feel like that's revitalizing that program, seeing the turmoil going down in Michigan and knowing that 1, they beat Michigan this year. 2, Michigan's falling apart. 3, Michigan isn't in the CFP and they are. And 4, they got a good team. So right now it's all coming up Buckeyes. I know you lost the Big Ten championship. Who cares anymore? It's the championship doesn't matter. We've officially eliminated that from meaning. So now it's CFP only. Ohio State's going to roll through them and their tiny childlike quarterback.
Why you dishing that?
I'm waiting to see.
He does look like he is very. Here's the thing with him, by the way. Can we stop calling goal line or not goal line short yardage sneaks with the 195-pound true freshman or redshirt freshman quarterback?
Rather, the biggest tight ends in the nation. Like
they have CJ Donaldson, who's a 240-pound running back. The hubris to have called that play.
That kid getting under center, getting dwarfed by his center in a squat. You're thinking, oh, what is he gonna? Is he gonna sneak it? Are they trying to trick him because it's so nonsensical?
It was almost like he was trying to slide underneath his legs. That was almost like what I thought that maybe what the goal was. I don't know.
You're Ohio State. You are good enough to tip your hat a little bit.
I think that the best bet for this, not only because there's good value, but also because they're the hottest team in college football. I am taking Georgia at plus 550. Specific to Georgia, they have shown that they're playing the most complete football at the current moment. I look at their run game. They are pounding teams, pounding them. They can produce big plays on the ground, control the time of possession, control the pace of a game, late in the game when they need to. Their passing attack, Gunnar Stockton can make a big play when you need him to. Call upon him on 3rd and 7. Boom. He either is going to find Zachariah Branch or Dylan Bell, or he's going to scramble because he's got guts. He doesn't care. This is what he's got a little Riley Leonard in him, man. He's got a little bit of.
Is that good?
Well, he's got the reckless abandonment of if I die, I die. That's what Gunnar Stockton looks like when he runs the ball. It's like, man, this dude is putting his body on the line. He's just a dude who's trying to convert.
He does try very hard. I'll give you that. That scares me at the quarterback position.
A little bit. Defensively, they found their pass rush. They keep producing multi-sack games after they had none at the beginning of the season. Since November, they have a 3-sack game against Mississippi State, Texas, against Alabama in the SEC championship game. It is showing up on a consistent basis. And then lastly, their secondary is really underrated, and they force turnovers in key moments. I also think that their side of the bracket is favorable because you look up the matchup that they have, getting a rematch against Ole Miss, who they already beat. Now they don't have their head coach. You get the chance to face Ohio State, who showed if you send pressure against Julian Sand, you can get to him, and then eventually you'll be in a national championship.
Well, yeah, the Georgia-Ohio State game, if that shakes out, is going to be the national
Everyone's going to say that.
It is. It's true. It's true every time I feel like they play at the CFB. So it's fine. I mean, Georgia is a little chalky, but it is what it is.
The third highest odds coming from the guy who picked the team with the best odds. You got a mouth. You got a mouth on you, man. The audacity.
Just saying. I don't know. Big college football guy. I thought you might have been pulling out like an Oregon, something with worse odds. Maybe in Indiana you had no life for. Georgia?
No,
right,
I'm
fine.
not. I
got you.
Oregon is a little bit of a question mark. Indiana, for me, I don't know why. I just have this gut feeling that they fall short somewhere. I don't know if it's in the national championship. I don't know if it's in the semifinal. I don't know where it is. I don't know about you, but Indiana just doesn't give me. I don't have the full buy-in. And maybe I'm wrong for thinking that because I didn't think that they were going to win the Big Ten championship.
Can I tell you why I love Oregon? And it just came from this week.
Mm-hmm.
It's because Dante Moore took Troy Aikman's money and didn't thank him and then went to Oregon. So I'm kind of pulling for the guy. Like, hey, Troy, thanks. You know, I enjoyed UCLA for a year, but this team is not getting me to the league.
I wonder if he even tried to reach out to him. Reminder, everybody, if you're tuning in on the rewatch or you're with us live, go and hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out on future episodes for our Thursday hangouts. A little bit of a teaser. We're going to be doing some early week content coming up soon. So TBD with what is going to be coming from that. If, by the way, if you could timestamp,
I got you. I can just keep
I always forget to ask you ahead of time.
I
so
got it.
I'm going to peel back the curtain and do it in the middle of the show. Let's move on over to our NFL best bets for Week 15. A quick look at that's the wrong graphic. The quick look at the standings. We did very poorly last week.
Sucks,
7-8. I'm still in the lead by 1 pick. Sean 6-8-1. We both went 1-2 last week. It was a bloodbath. I think we had too many assumed conclusions, and it ended up blowing up in our faces. But regardless, you get to go first because you are trailing me. Which pick would you like first?
Jumping on it. Carolina given 2.5 versus New Orleans Saints. The Carolina Panthers are an emerging team. The Saints are not an emerging team. I don't want to hear about Tyler Shuck anymore. I'm not even acknowledging what the Saints did to Tampa Bay last week because I know what that team is. They're piss poor. They're rotted out. They're expensive. They're old. They're bad. Coached poorly. No talent. Carolina is at least youthful and exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina is at least playing with some physicality. The Saints are going to get crushed. Why is this line only 2.5? Somebody needs to look me in the eye and say, why is this possible? It can't just because of that quarterback, because he ran for a touchdown.
Shuck.
Oh, you're the worst. Don't
Tyler
even
Shuck.
start with that.
Tyler Shuck. You bet against him last week and he made you look stupid.
Somebody called him Josh Allen on the timeline and I threw my phone. I'm not joking. I threw it at my closet door. I was so angry.
I can't wait for the midday Sunday crash out when Tyler Shuck ruins Sean's Sunday.
I hate this dude. I hate him. I swear to you, I hate this.
Why would you keep picking against him?
Because I don't like him, and I like the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young. I'm becoming a very big fan of them because they come to play. I like the Panthers, and I mean Tyler Shuck might be really quickly moving up my Saints quarterback hate meter. He's not as bad as Taysom Hill, but I hate him more than Derek Carr.
I can't wait until he leads them to a Super Bowl.
You're sicko.
My first pick,
person.
I'm going to take Chargers plus 5.5 against the Chiefs. Look, I thought that the Chiefs were going to put together some sort of a comeback to get into the playoffs, that they were going to defy the odds despite hovering around 500. I don't think that anyone should be betting on this Chiefs team. And this line, I believe it's moved. Let me double check, but I believe it was at 4.5 and it moved to 5.5. There's a lot of betting action on the Chiefs. I'm going to go against the dummies, the general public. This Chargers team's got some fight. This Chargers team, I don't understand.
More than expected.
Yeah, well, this is the crazy part about this. I don't understand how you can watch both of these teams after last week and think to yourself, yeah, I need to invest in the team that had a bunch of dudes who dropped a lot of passes that they should have caught for the Chiefs and sold out Mahomes, but I'm not going to invest in a Chargers team that found a way to win despite not having an offensive line.
I know.
It's going to be a tough battle, but if they survived against that Philly pass rush, I think they're going to be able to survive against the Chiefs pass rush.
I guess also Kamani Vidal is like an NFL bubble one. At running back.
Well, and you got him and Omarion Hampton are going to turn into one of the best running back pairings. It's going to be the next Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery type of a pairing. If Vidal can keep doing what he's doing and then Omarion turns into Jahmyr, it could be
so frustrating because I want
insane.
You know what I want to say?
What?
Because I've said it every year at this time, every single year about this freaking if-man team. It's not this year, but next year.
Well, if he had an offensive line, Sean, seriously, they would be a Super Bowl contender. We got to If they had an offensive line that wasn't banged up, they would be the favorite to go to the Super Bowl.
Look, it should have happened this year, and this is why if will never be it, is because this year the Chiefs aren't in their way, and the Chiefs haven't reloaded in their down year. They're not getting back next year. The Chiefs are going to sweep them next season, and then it'll be the third place 8-9 Chargers, and it'll be another if season. But right now, I like the pick. I'm not going to knock it.
Next pick.
My next pick, the Packers given 2.5 to the fraudulent, hate to cover, suck at covering, but somehow good team Denver Broncos. Green Bay, I like it. They're also 4-1-1 on the road this season. And if I didn't mention it, Denver continues to fail at covering. They're not good at it. I'm out on them for betting purposes. For playing football purposes, maybe going and winning a playoff game, that's still in play. But Green Bay showed me a lot last week. They are strong. They're capable. Jordan Love is a certifiable top 10 quarterback. We're going to shake through the quarterbacks this offseason. A lot of people are going to forget to have him in their top 10. He's had a top 10 type of year. They're running the ball well. And the Denver defense glazing, appropriate. The Green Bay defense glazing has been too quiet for me. It's a stellar defense, and they're going to hang with Denver. Green Bay has the edge on offense. They get the job done. 3 points in Denver. Not worried about it.
I don't mind this one. I think that both teams are kind of bipolar. That's the only thing that both teams just seem to, the team that you end up, when the Broncos and the Packers play, right when you decide to put faith into them, they let you down. But when you ignore them and you don't pay attention to them for a little bit, suddenly they start
like world beaters.
Yeah, exactly. My next pick that I am going to take, I'm going to take Lions +6 against the Rams. Look, this Rams team
stayed away.
This Rams team has obviously been really good. But man, a 6-point spread? We're talking about a 6-point spread for this? I don't know. I'm a little bit really shocked that this is such a big number, considering that the Lions, they're not a slouch. They're not out of the playoff hunt. They're fighting for their lives at the current moment. Also, this line moved considerably.
Yeah.
It was 1.5 for Detroit and then moved to 6 for the Rams. The betting public is going all in on the Rams. I'm very gladly going to take the Lions with that much of a cushion.
Right now, the Rams just feel like the healthy Lions, and they're two sides of the same coin when it comes to offense. The Lions, I think, are a little more banged up on defense. The Terry and Arnold injury is tough. Brian Branch is tough. Okay, I get it, but I like this. If I was going to pick a side in this game, I would have picked the underdog Lions, because favorites this year hate to cover. Guess what, Joe? I got another favorite for you that probably is going to hate to cover, but I like it. That's Chicago, the Bears, giving 7.5 to the Cleveland Browns. Let's all have, this is going to be let's take a step back and breathe for a moment game. Shedeur Sanders, 4 total touchdowns last week. Stellar. All right, cool. Browns might have a quarterback. They might have their quarterback for the future, or at least for next year. Great. They played the Tennessee Titans last week. The worst and least talked about team in the NFL. So I think a lot of quarterbacks could do what Shedeur Sanders did this week. The Bears defense is going to eat him alive. The Bears defense has 27 takeaways. The Bears offense, 10 turnovers. You know what that gives them, Joe? The best turnover differential at the league at +17. Shedeur is going to throw a pick. The Bears are going to have plenty of opportunities to score. Caleb Williams, year 2 versus Shedeur, year 1. Good team, team. So I'm going with Chicago here.
I don't mind it, but also the Bears are another one of those teams that I feel like every time that I'm ready to commit to them to do, and I did it to them last week.
I know.
Like, man, they're going to cover against the Packers, and they didn't do it. They didn't get the job done. All right, my last pick that I'm going to rock with here. We're going to go Jets +13.5 against the Jaguars.
Oh my God.
You am predicting a letdown situation here for the Jaguars. I'm not saying that the Jaguars lose, but they're coming off of thinking they're all high and mighty after beating the Colts and doing it so confidently. They're going to slop it up with the Jets for no reason. This is a dumb pick, but I don't care. The line's huge. 13.5. I think that the Jets are going to sneak up on.
Oh my God. What is
You don't like that one?
You're the first person I've ever met or I've talked to this season that's taken a Jets as a bet. Like for the Jets to cover as a dog or a favorite, didn't matter. You're out of your gourd, pal.
This opened up as Jags -4.5.
Oh my
Jags
God.
-4.5.
So you like that more. I should have taken it, but it's a big line, and the NFL's weird sometimes. You liked the Jets 13.5 dogs versus the playoff Jags more than Seattle given 13.5 to the Phillip Rivers-led Colts. I just want to get that clear, because that one was still sitting out there.
He's not starting. Phillip Rivers isn't starting.
Okay, then the Riley Leonard-led Colts.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you gotta
it's so dumb. It's probably gonna work. I cannot. I
can't wait until it does work.
I don't know, man. That feels dirty to me. That's something about that just does not feel right. This is like liminal space bet right now.
It just doesn't look real.
Feels like from Earth 2, from a different planet.
I just, if a line's moving that much, there's something off.
You think Tyrod's putting up 14 points?
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay, start
God.
with
Or
the start.
Tyrod, pardon me. I know it's not supposed to be Tyrod.
All right. All right. Parlay time.
Mhm.
Every single week we concoct an awful 6-leg parlay. This week's NFL parlay, which is the corked up white boy parlay. We got 2 white wide receivers. My 3 legs on the parlay. We're going with Alec Pierce over 25.5 receiving yards at the Seahawks. The reason why that we're going with that, the over has hit 12 out of 15 times in the last 15 games that he has had a line over 30.5. So there's a pretty good trend of him doing it. We're going to go with Ladd over 3.5 receptions. 12 out of the last 15 times he has gone over when the line has been at 3.5 receptions. And then the last one that I am taking here is over 40.5 points for Panthers versus Saints. I'm just trying to capitalize. That's a low ass number.
I gotcha.
It's a low ass number.
I gotcha. I worry. I like Ladd and I like the over. I don't know if the quarterback, whoever's playing quarterback in Indy versus a tremendous Seattle defense is okay. You know what? It's the lay. Let's be supportive of the lay.
Yeah, what the hell, man? I didn't crap on your.
I gotcha. And maybe instead of quirked up white boys, we go receivers that have quarterbacks. Parlay of the week. My 3 legs. Packers money line minus 134. It's one I'd encourage you take straight up outside of the lay. Shadur Sanders throws an interception, getting that at minus 188. I'm pretty certain that's going to happen. And then Saquon Barkley, anytime touchdown versus the Las Vegas Raiders. One more time. This is only being offered up at minus 115. Anytime touchdown versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm giving you 3 that you could take straight right here. Put them in the lay. We're getting boosted odds.
I like that. Our total odds on this parlay, 2,911. $3 down to win $87.36.
Well, that ain't bad.
Corked up white boy parlay. Let's see if that bad boy hits. All right. Frauds of the week. A favorite that should not be a favorite. My fraud of the week is a pick that I just dished out. The Chiefs at minus 5.5 against the Chargers. I really am stunned by this. I am absolutely stunned by this. Is the general public just blind?
Yeah.
How do we think that the Chiefs right now are we just this is where I'm beyond the point where, because I was in the pocket of people where I was just going, oh, it's the Chiefs. They're going to figure out a way. No, we're past that, guys. We're past that. We don't need to keep playing this game. We don't need to keep pretending that there is going to be some sort of resurgence. They're cooked. They're broken. They got to hit reset. Chargers find ways to win right now. It's a big number. If this was a 1.5 point spread, and I wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs don't win this game, but they're not winning it by more than 5.5 points in the state that they're in. No shot.
I like it. Yeah. Very, very, yeah. Chiefs stink. They stink on ice. Chargers are going to win this one. My fraud of the week, Steelers. Favorites over the Miami Dolphins. Get favored by 3 to the Miami Dolphins. We're in the Steelers timeline right now where it's falling apart. TJ Watt in the hospital with a lung injury, not suffered during a football game. Okay. Mike Tomlin addressing first of all, before I get to my other first of all. First of all, if the Steelers, who pride themselves on being distraction-free and being a well-run organization that keeps the noise out, is letting so much noise get into their locker room that Tomlin's addressing the media saying, I've been on a hot seat for 19 years. Cool. Great statement. Great quote, man. But you're talking about being on a hot seat. We don't talk about hot seat in Pittsburgh. That doesn't get brought up. We just have head coaches that coach there for forever. And now we're letting that noise get to us. No, thank you. Steelers are collapsing. Someone has to win the North. Aaron Rodgers looks old. There's a new weird old man injury every week. And Miami, they rattle off 4 in a row. Now, I still think Miami should fire everybody and sink the team, and then everyone gets traded, and they have nothing next year, and they get bombed out. But I think they win this game. I think the Steelers are in this really despair part of the season that I've grown to be accustomed to.
I think you're going to get proven wrong on that one, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if there is. They proved this wrong last week, so that's all.
Steelers start hot, plateau, fall off a cliff. That's been their last 6 years.
That cliff probably is coming. Random bet of the week. We have both placed bets on random sports. Nothing mainstream. Could not be any further mainstream. I'm shocked I found a line for the game that I bet on. Sean went 1-0 on his pick.
Yes, I did.
I had no way of shut up. Don't say it like that.
I'm good at picking snooker.
Yeah. I literally had no way of checking if his bet hit or not. I didn't know where to look. I typed in UK Snooker Championship. I didn't know what I was looking at. I did not know how to interpret the results. Thankfully, you were able to track your bet slip, and it did hit. My random bet of the week, Swedish handball, Vasterasirasta HF plus 280 versus IF Guif. Got myself a little bit of an underdog here. I have no analysis.
280 underdog in handball?
If I'm betting on dumb shit, I'm going to put some money down.
Oh, my God. I like my...
Take a crack at pronouncing that.
Which one?
The first team name. The team I bet on.
Vasterasirasta.
Vasterasirasta. I think you're right.
Yeah. God, I'm good at that. That's fine. Handball. I like handball. I think I'd be great at handball. God, I got a cannon of an arm. My random bet of the week.
Random flex. I just kind of what?
What are you talking about?
Just random.
Mr. Rocket Arm
bringing up how big your arm is. What?
Mr. Rocket Arm has been in my Instagram bio for 4+ years.
I didn't ask.
I got a cannon. People.
Keep it to yourself.
I mean, I'd launch it. I think I'd actually revolutionize handball. You're supposed to throw it outside of the arch. I'm throwing it across the court. You think I'm waiting to get up close? No, thank you. Long range.
I will admit, handball is one of those sports where I legitimately think about if I had committed to it, I think I could have been really good at it. But there's no American handball, really. How do you come up and become a handball athlete?
Here's the thing. Pardon my take, and Cutler nailed it, by the way, when they were talking about handball. They're like, yeah, Jay Cutler could have been a handball champion, like one of the best in the world.
What does that get you, though?
I don't know. Good at handball.
Bread?
I think it's just, here's the thing. It's supposed to be a game about rocket arms, but it's all about spin on the ball and creating separation.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of getting analytic. It's getting moneyballed right now. My random pick of the week. That's Mario Vagenbogard, pardon me. Heavy favorite in darts.
No, Vanden Bogard.
There's
an N in there.
Minus 260 versus David Davies. I'm picking Vagenbogard.
Stupid name.
Because David Davies is someone I could pick against. Bad name.
Dumb name.
Cool name from Mario. And he's the heavy favorite. Thank you. Let's go. Let's get some 9-darters going, please.
52-year-old from Belgium, nicknamed Super Mario. That's sick. That's sick.
You know, nickname. We're going with the most famous Mario to.
I would argue that he's got the most motion of an athlete named Mario.
Balotelli? Okay.
He ain't Mario Vanden Bogard.
He's not Mario Van Peebles.
All right. I don't even know who that is. All right. Last week, we introduced a new segment. We were forced to incorporate. It's kind of like when your little brother, you got your own thing going, and then your dad comes along and is like, hey, can you make sure you bring your little brother to the park? So the AI bot with the Sports Geek that gives out AI picks, he felt left out, and he told on us. And management came to us and they said, hey, can you let him play with you guys? So we said, all right, we'll give him a segment. We'll let him give us a pick, and he's just got to play cool. He's got to be chill. He wasn't very chill, and he somehow went 2-0 on his picks last week. He was right about the Texans covering. Mm-hmm. We're not going to relitigate your date, but he might have been correct on his pick. Again, we're not going to relitigate it, but do you want to play his
Yeah,
pick for this
let's hear what he had for us.
Hello, Geeks. How'd you like that winner I gave you last week? You two fat bodies are going to get another winner from me today. That's the Vikings getting 7.5 points versus the Cowboys. Also, I heard Sean bombed the date. Way to go, fat boy. It looks like that four-eyed dork jinxed you pretty good.
He did.
Loves doing that, but he can't jinx Vikings 7.5. He'll try really, really, really hard to jinx a good bet. but as a machine, I'm unjinxable. Joe,
Oddly
this is for your
specific.
ears only. 011001101010101010. Enjoy the free winner.
What did he say to you?
I don't know.
He said, Joe, this is for your ears only. What does he say to you?
I don't
You're a
know.
robot. What did he
Also,
say? Is he
why
talking
did-
trash?
Interesting that he became Southern for the course of a week. Very interesting. He's doing bits now. That he's doing accents. First of all,
Yeah,
second of all,
go ahead. I'd say this, Mr. Machine. If you were a human, I'm sure you'd find it pretty easy to get fat. So all this fat body stuff, why don't you start walking around in some human shoes, start tasting some pizzas and burgers? Maybe then we see it's not so easy.
yeah. I don't know what you look like, but I bet you look like crap.
What did he say to you?
He said a bunch of numbers. I don't
speak binary.
I don't speak binary. Stop it with
Why
this.
do you wear? I thought everyone that wore glasses spoke binary.
Can't believe he had a new voice this week.
Yeah, so man, it's almost like he forgot what voice he used last week and just went with another voice.
If only he asked.
Yeah, that'd be an easy question to ask.
All right, let's
if it was
go.
Adam or Scott or whoever.
It was for.
Oh,
Jesus.
that's stupid.
All right. Cursed prop bets. For those who don't know, cursed prop bets, we create our own lines for random things that you can't actually bet on, but we want to bet on. Sean, my cursed prop bet of the week at plus 250 odds, would you bet on James P. Sullivan to be a first ballot Hall of Famer? For those who missed it, Monday Night Football. My goodness. For some reason, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman weren't on the call. I don't know if they gave him the week off or something. The game looked a little different. James P. Sullivan was lining up for the Chargers, and he put up the most ridiculous performance. Multiple picks, multiple touchdowns, played Travis Hunter-esque, played both sides of the ball. I have never seen anything. I have never seen anything like it. He's got the build of a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
He's hawking passes from Jalen Hurts.
Sure.
Mike Wazowski was sitting on his ass, didn't know what was going on. He got circles ran around him, couldn't win in overtime. He's got to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Would you take that?
Well, he was a top prospect coming out of Monsters University,
Yeah.
And then obviously training at Monsters Incorporated for a while in the art of scaring. And then caring, but they were scaring because they cared. And then under the tutelage of Mr. Senior Scarer, Mr. Waternoose.
How many times have you seen Monsters?
How many times have you not seen it?
I've seen it
a billion
enough times, but not this many times.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Under Coach Waternoose, he really got his feet under him and took that next leap. It was good to see him. I love Monsters, Inc. James P. Sullivan, my favorite animated protagonist maybe ever. I resonated with him. John Goodman's voice rules.
These are big and scary.
Big and scary. It was like, I felt it. Like, I'm like, this is my guy. Someone's got Nemo. Someone's got Stitch. I got James P. Sullivan. That's my guy. I was happy to see him out there. How come it looked so bad? How come we were regressing on the animation for the dual simulcast games and he looked like a sprite on the screen instead of, I don't know.
What do you mean
Disney
animation?
They own ESPN. Make
Wait,
it better.
What do you mean animation? I thought that was real.
Oh, you're so okay.
Was it not?
Here's what I'll say. If you are a company that owns like everything when it comes to animation, creativity, and kids characters, make the product look better. If we're going to be doing simulcast for children,
I don't know what you're talking. You think that those idiots know what's going on?
I'd set the Hall of Fame line for Sully at like plus 1,000.
Do you know how many of those kids?
It's not sustainable.
Half of them
it's getting tested.
Half of them were standing up in front of the TV and then like for a minute, and then they would start doing laps around the couch.
They're watching Coco Melon on a TikTok on a phone while the Puss in Boots 3 is on an iPad right next to them, and then mom and dad are just like looking at the game like, do we need?
I can't believe I'm watching this version.
Dad's sitting here like, can I switch it back? They're not even looking. It's for them. Why else would they make it? So we're gonna afford that dude. Oh, that poor guy just sitting there, 3 screaming kids. a billion
Watch
screens.
the game.
He just wants
Watch
to,
the game.
He just wants to watch just like an hour of the game.
Yeah, actually watch the game. You got money on James P. Sullivan anytime touchdown. You're just losing your mind when it hits. All right, what's your curse bet of the week?
My curse prop bet of the week. Over under, and this is I guess for the rest of the season I'd go, but under recent lights I'd like to put a future. I don't know what I'd call it. Over under 3.5 cornerbacks try to play in a game drunk after the Quentin Jammer admission earlier in the week, which he dropped on us. Quentin Jammer, former Chargers cornerback, admitting to playing nearly half a season genuinely drunk in the NFL.
So awesome. It's so awesome.
I'm talking real drunk. Playing cornerback, which, if you don't know much about football, is probably the second hardest position on the field. It
requires unbelievable reaction time, dexterity, fluidity, balance, all the things that you wouldn't have if you were drunk.
If I was drunk playing football,
offensive line, I think would be the one position you could play. Because think about how many fights people or just adult males like getting into when they're drunk.
Yeah, but you're just up and off the ground so much, and you're getting rocked every play. Like, I feel like that would get into a throw up zone. Safety, I think I could play drunk.
No, you got to open up your hips.
Yeah, but then you're just kind of back there cool. You're a
ass.
little drunk, just kind of looking around like, oh, I got him. Hey, safety also, all you could do at the end of the day, hey, I was just running backwards. I thought they were going deep. Sorry. You have a parachute play that you could do.
Running back has to be, because was it Clinton Portis who had that admission that
that was a couple shots of him.
He was still drunk from the night before, and he had a 200-yard rushing game.
Yeah, okay. Running backs are machines. I can see that.
Defensive tackle, because those dudes
big
mentally
load.
are kind of already a little drunk.
You know what? There was what was it? The replacements where they had the drunk kicker. Mike Vanderjagt was a good drunk kicker. I think kicker, I guess you could do drunk, maybe. Kind of feels like drunk golfing.
That feels like you need it. Yeah, but are you any good when you're drunk golfing? You need to be. It would improve your composure because you wouldn't get in your head. You'd just be saying, "F it, I'm going to go out there and ball." But at the same time, you got to be able to aim.
Here's what I'll say. I think if there's an NFL player that's trying to get drunk on the field, you should be a special teamer only. You should be a linebacker or like a gunner. Someone that's not going in for really decisive plays, but you can just like cut wild and go crazy.
Well, I think that the obvious choice here, tight end 2, has to be the one position that you can be drunk for. First of all, for the fact that we know enough tight ends that we played with that were the biggest drunks on the planet.
Oh my God.
The biggest drunks that we've ever interacted with. If you're a blocking tight end and you're not catching any passes, I mean, that's perfect.
You're kind of in, you're off,
that goes into
off. Yeah. And they're probably not going to cut you if you drop one.
I'm just working on this tray block. Like you're not even doing any of the work. You're not even going one-on-one with most guys. At the time, you're like, hey guys, I'm helping. This big drunk idiot.
I think it's
perfect.
I think it's definitely a testament to how freaky athletic NFL players are. Where you could play drunk, and then I guess nobody would really notice until 10 years later in an admission. Has anyone cracked open the film, by the way, and then looked at Jammer's
I
game?
saw some clips. There were some clips of one game where he was falling all over the place, where he was getting some separation. They're like, there's no way he wasn't drunk for this one. Yeah, no, I saw some clips on TikTok. I was going to use this as my curse prop bet, but more so, how many games do you think you could start drunk? I have a pitch, though, here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We fixed the Pro Bowl. Full pads. We're not – get rid of this BS where it's touch, flag football, and everybody's drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's drunk. Full field, everyone's drunk. So then it's the promotion, it's vacation – everybody's like, we're put it back in Hawaii. We're going to Hawaii. You start drinking on Tuesday. You don't stop drinking. And then you suit up on Sunday and you play drunk.
Yeah. Also, if you're either you're really drunk.
Yes to that.
I'd say yes to that also. If you're really drunk, you're going to be playing pretty loose. You're probably not going to be planting that hard. You're not going to be able to go at 100% capacity. We're kind of sedating the athletes with alcohol. Mm-hmm. Also, if you got too drunk and you're hungover, there's no way you're going out there and going 100%. You're going to be going like 80. Yeah. And all the fans want to see is 80. We just don't want to see 20%, which is what we were getting in the Pro Bowl. You know what? Get them a little liquored up. They're playing at 80%. That's pretty good.
It's kind of like if everybody's drunk though at the same time, it's far less dangerous because everyone's drunk. No one knows what's going on.
We'd have to get a couple more refs, I think. More of separator refs.
They got to be drunk too.
We need to make sure people are happy drunk, though. It can't be cantankerous fighting all over the place.
Sean, they're NFL players.
I know.
They're football players.
I know.
I was a long snapper
Mm-hmm.
of all positions, and I'm not a happy drunk.
Yeah, you're
I'm
real
often,
mean.
yeah, I'm an often
Start getting angry at people.
Yeah.
This music's too loud in this bar where they play music loud. That was awesome.
It was we were in a sports bar and I couldn't hear the person standing
It was a
in
bar
front of me.
bar. It wasn't a sports bar.
It was a sports
did
bar.
It say sports bar?
Yes.
No, it did not. It said Schaefer's. Did not say sports bar.
That second bar was much better.
That second bar, too quiet. And then the third bar was decent. What would you call the third bar? Was the third bar a sports bar?
No, that wasn't that was more that was like a sports bar too. It was just a nicer sports bar. Everything's a sports
You're
bar.
so you are the king that touches gold, brother. It's a sports bar. We could develop a new sports bar here. You get in the car with Joe DeLeone. You look at he looks at a nice forest, think it could be apartments, high rises, and sports bars. Because that's the only thing this boob thinks about. Get us out of here. I got to go to a sports bar.
At Joe DeLeone at Anderson Radio. Hits that subscribe button. We'll talk to you later.